Let's start with the JavaScript part. We are going to go to the dashboard. So in this case, let's just go to the dashboard here. Let's make a right click and open with that server. Okay. On the dashboard, I'm going to declare certain const variables. So the first one is going to be const login key, and let's put here log in user on camel case. Then we are going to create a function that is going to be called check session and display user. And what this means is this dashboard page is going to be visible to the user that is authenticated. So that means that he already created a profile on the sign up form, and then he just logged in and then got redirected to the dashboard page. If the user is not redirected, he won't be able to see this screen. So basically, if I try to access to this page, if I'm not authenticated, I'm going to be kicked out and I'm going to be redirected to the login page in this case. So here inside of the function, we are going to create a const variable that is going to call user email. Then we are going to get from local storage the key of the login key that we created at the top. And here we are going to create check the session. So if the user email is not present, that means that, let's make a comment here, user is not logging. Or authenticated. So we need to redirect them immediately. So here we are going to put console.log just to see on the console. Session not found. Redirecting to login page. Good. And then here we are going to do some window.location. This is to change the URL. And then the href is going to be equal to index.html. And we return because we don't want any other code to be executed after this line. If the user is authenticated, so if it is a login, so if user is authenticated or login, we are going to do something here. We are going to put a console.log, and here we are going to say session found for user and then the user email, and we are going to set the email in this part of the user email. So we are going to do document.getElement by ID, and I want to get the ID of user email display, yeah, there you go. And I want to modify the inner text, and the inner text is going to be equal to the user email. This user email display is the one that we have here on the span. So we are going to be modifying the content with the 3 dots that we have there. Good. And now we are going to declare the function of logout. So function logout. This is also going to redirect us to the login, and it is going to get the, in this case, the user unauthenticated. So let's put here console.log login out user, and then here we get the local storage dot get item and the login key. Excellent. Then local storage dot remove item, because we wanted to remove from the local storage login key, and we are going to do the redirection to window.location.href is going to be equal to index.html. Also here we need to do also some dot dot and then slash, because the index is outside of the dashboard. Yeah, forgot to do that. Okay, and now I'm going to run the first in this case function if the user is not logging. So now we are going to be redirected because we haven't registered. So what we are going to do here is document dot add event listener, and we are going to listen for the event of DOMContentLoaded. So let's put here DOMContentLoaded, and I want to check the session and display user. And if I do this, let me check, open with live server. Okay, let's see what's happening here. There should be something happening. Okay, localStorage.get is not a function, it's on dashboard 4. Let me see. Oh yeah, so here it should be get item. Yeah, good. So you see now I got redirected because basically we are not logging. Now let's go to the script.js, because we are going to add some functionalities for the login and sign up form. This one is a little bit larger, but yeah, let's start. So first I want to get the DOM element selectors. The first one is going to be the login form. Login form is going to be equal to document.querySelector. This is another way to select the documents, the tags, and we are going to be selecting by classes. So I'm going to copy and paste the elements that we are going to need. So in this way we can speed up a little bit the lesson. So the first one is going to be the login form, because we want to get the login form here. Then we want the sign up form, that is going to be document.querySelector, and then the form inner and the form sign up. I want to get the labels that you have here, the login and the sign up. And also I want to get the sign up link, which is this one here. Good. Then I want to get also some variables for the forgot password selectors. So let me just copy and paste here. Yeah, I'm copy and paste these parts here because I want to focus on the functions that we are going to be handling on each scenario. So here, for example, I have the forgot password link, and for the forgot password link is the modal that I show you guys at the time of working on the CSS part. Here we have the forgot password link, which is this one. Then we have the forgot password modal, that is the one that will be popping in top of this. Then we have the close modal button, that is the one that is inside of the forgot modal of the forgot password model. Then we have the forgot password form, that is the form itself, and then the forgot message. Good. So after this, we are going to define certain keys that are for local storage. So the first one is going to be const login key, and this one is going to be login user, and we are going to have also one for users key. So let's say users key, and this one is going to be equal to register users. Excellent. So now we want to create certain functions. The first one is to get registered users. So let's put here function get registered users. Good. And then we want to get the users from local storage, so let's put here local storage dot get item, and we want to use the user's key. Excellent. Then I want to return the users. If the users are present, then I'm going to parse the data. So let's just put here json.parse and then the users. And in the case that if not, I'm going to return an empty array. Good. Then I have a function that is to validate the email. So let's put here function. Let's put the comment first. Validate emails. So let's put here function is valid email, and we need the email as parameter. Then we are going to be evaluating a regular expression, a regex. So I'm going to set up here a const variable email regex. This is a regular expression that you can find on the internet. This is to validate that the email has the @ sign and the .com. Then let's put here return, and I want to select the email regex, and I want to test if the email that we will be passing throughout the parameters is valid for this regular expression. Good. Then I want another function to set the error. Set error on validation. So let's put here function set error, and I want the input element ID, and then I also want a message that I want to display. Good. Here I want to create an error element. So well, I want to get the error text. So let's put here const error element is going to be equal to document.querySelector by ID, and then I want to get the input element ID plus in this case hyphen error. This refers to all the error tags that we declare on each input field at the time of setting the structure on the HTML. Then for the error element, I want to set text content to be equal to the message that I'm passing through as parameter as well. Good. And then I want to add some color of error. So let's put here add a visual error class to the input fields parent. Good. So here let's put document.getElement by ID, and here I want the input element ID. I want to modify the border color, so let's put here border color. It's going to be equal to, if there is a message, that means that there is an error, and we are going to be setting a color of the red. So let's put here number FF 4D. And in the case that we don't have a message, then I want to set to be the bar and then the border color. Excellent. Now I want to set a function for the password visibility toggle, but we'll be getting the toggle password property. So let's put here outside of the function of setError, let's put document.querySelector all, because I want to select all the elements that have the class of toggle password. So we reference here toggle password, toggle hyphen password, and then I want to iterate throughout all the elements that have this class, that I know that there are several, and then I'm going to set a callback inside of it And for the icon, I want to set an event listener. So let's put here icon dot add event listener, and here I want to listen for the click and then do something on the callback function. For the click here, I'm going to get the target ID is going to be equal to this get attribute to the ones that have the data target. That's why we created the data target on the time of creating the structure on HTML. And then I want also the password input. For the password input is going to be document.getElementById, and I want to get the target ID. Excellent. Then we want to toggle the type attribute, so let's put here const type password input dot get attribute, and I want to get the attribute of type if it is equal to password. I want it to be text, or in the case that it is not, I'm going to set it to password. What this means is that I'm going to toggle the type attribute, so in that way it's going to be visible the password. So I'm just going to put a comment here, so in that way you know what is this about. Toggle the type attributes. Excellent. And then here after this line I want to set password input dot set attribute to the type to the type that we are going to be getting here. So basically if we set this yeah, so this get attributes, yeah, the get attributes we need to declare it because let's see, line 42, this get attributes. Oh yes, yeah, what we are missing here is that we need to set a function here, because if not we are not going to be able to use this line here. Yeah, so let's put here function. Yeah, now we can. Yeah, so yeah, this is a topic that of course when I start doing the course related to JavaScript, I can speak in more details right now, but basically we have two functions that we can declare. This is the traditional one, and then the arrow functions that we had before. And if we had the arrow function, we are not able to access or use this. So that's why I was getting the error. Now that I changed to the other function as we have been declaring, it's working. So yeah, let's continue. Right now, we want to then toggle the eye icon. So let's put here after this. Let's put here another comment, toggle the eye icon, and let's put here this dot class list, and we are referencing to the in this case we are referencing to the icon itself. That's why we are referencing to this dot class list dot toggle, and we want to toggle the FII. Yeah, good. And then let's put here this dot class list. Yeah, this needs to be on camel case, so let's put here the L need to be on capitalized, and then toggle, and I want the FI slash. So now if I click, you see there is a change of the toggle of the classes because of these two lines here on line 51 and line 52. Excellent. So now I want to give some on the on clicks for the buttons of login and sign up. So in this way I can change between the forms. You'll see in a sec. So let's put here sign up BTM, and then on the on click I want to do something here. This is an arrow function, and here what I want to do is on the login form I want to set a margin left. So login form dot style, then margin left I want it to be minus 50%. Good. And then I want to do the same for the login. So login btm dot on click I want to set the login form with the style and margin left. I want it to be 0%. Excellent. So now for this so you see now we are able to change between both because of we are setting the margin left to be minus 50. If we sign up or if we click on the sign up button, that means that we want the margin left to be minus 50, and that will be causing the transition to showing the other form. And if we do the login, we will be moving the margin left to be 0, and that's why you see that we have that change. Excellent. So now I want to give an event to the sign up link. So let's put here sign up link, and then on click I want to get the event, and here for the event I want to prevent the event. So let's put here e.prevent default. This will allow us to stop the form to be submitted. And then here I want to make a comment that says clear any login errors when switching to sign up. So let's put here setError for the login email to be empty string, and I want to set the error for the login password I wanted to set it empty too. Good. So now I want to get the ID of signup. So let's put here document.getElement by ID. I want to get the ID of signup, and check it to true. So this means that we are going to be making the transition and going to the sign up form. And then the sign up BTM, I want it to be click. Excellent. And then we want to return false. So now if I click on the sign up form, you see that now we are able to go to the sign up form. This is another way that we have. Excellent. So now we are going to give some mechanisms for the forgot password for the model. But for this, we need to add some events to the forgot password link. So let's put here forgot password link, add event listener. I want to listen on the click, and I want to do something here inside of it. Oh yes, yeah, let's put better the function here, the traditional one. just in case. And here I want to prevent the default wall, so let's put here e dot prevent default. Yeah, I need to pass the event here. Excellent. Then I need to I need to set the update for the forgot password model. So in this way, I'm going to be able to open it. So let's put here forgot password model dot class list, and I want to add the update class that we have on the CSS in order to set the display to be flex. Then I want the forgot message dot text content. I want it to be empty, and then I want to get the input that is inside of the forgot model to empty. So let's put here document dot get element by ID, and then I want to get the ID of forgot email. Here I want to get the value of this and to get it empty, and I want to set the error of the forgot email to be empty. So on the second parameter we pass an empty string too. Good. So if I click right now on forgot password, you see that now we are able to open the forgot model. Excellent. So now I'm going to add an event listener to the close modal btn. So let's put here close modal btn, and then add event listener. For the event listener here, I'm going to listen for the click, and I want them to do something. So let's put here function. This is the callback function, and here I want to call the forgot password model dot class list, and I want to remove the update class dot remove. I want to remove the active class. Excellent. So I also want to close the modal when clicking outside of it. So let's put here forgot password model dot add event listener. I want to listen for the click event, and here I want to do something on the callback. So let's put function on the traditional way. I'm going to set the e for the event here. I'm going to set a conditional. So let's put here if e dot target if equal to forgot password model, then I want to set the forgot password model dot class list dot remove the class of active. So if now, for example, I click on forgot password and I click on the close button here, I'm able to close it, and also if I click outside of it, I'm able to close it too because of these two lines here. Okay, good. So now we are going to get to the robust part of the video, because we are going to set the logic for the login, the sign up, as well as the forgot password. So now we are going to start first with the sign up. So here I want to go to the sign up form, and I want to add an event listener on submit, because we are going to be submitting information, and then I want to declare a function here with the event. We are going to prevent the event to be triggering, so let's put here e.prevent default, and then I want to get here certain inputs. The first one is going to be email input. It's going to be document.querySelector by ID, and it's going to be the ID of sign up email. Then I want to get the element of password input, which is going to be document.getElement by ID, and I want to get the sign up password. I want to get the confirm input, const confirm input is going to be equal to document.getElement by ID, and it's going to be sign up confirm password. Okay, so after this I want to get all the values from it. So to get I would say a cleaner approach, I'm going to define other variables. So in this way I get the values from all these three inputs, and we have different variables that can be used. So let's put const email is going to be equal to email input dot value dot trim. I want to get rid of the white spaces on both sides. Then for the password, I want to get the password input dot value, and for the confirm password the same, const confirm password. I'm going to get confirm input dot value. Good. So now I'm going to create a let variable is valid for the validation. In the beginning is going to be true because we haven't touched anything, but now we are going to put a series of comments to guide us better. So let's put here validate email. Let's put here if we are going to be calling the valid email function that we created previously. So if it is not valid, exclamation is valid, and then we are going to set here the email. Then that means that we need to set an error. I want to set an error on the input of sign up email. I want to set the error to be invalid email format. Excellent. And then let's put here is valid equal to false. Okay, so now we are going to validate the password length. So let's put here validate password length. So let's put here another if conditional, and at the end it's going to have is valid equal to false. And here we are going to verify if the password length is less than 6. That means that I want to set an error. The error is going to be for the field of sign up password, and the message that I want to display is password must be at least 6 characters. Oh, another thing that I'm forgetting is that we need to clear the fields before of submitting. So here, before of validating the email, I'm going to set error for the sign up email. It's going to be empty. Then set error for the sign up password. It's going to be empty too. And set error for the sign up confirm password. Is going to be empty too. Okay, so we are clearing the fields before of validating them on each submission. Okay, so now let's validate that both password match in the fields of password and confirm password. So let's put here another comment that says validate password match. Okay, so let's put here another if conditional. We know that is going to be setting this value to be false. And let's put here is password if different than confirm password. That means that they don't match, and we need to set an error. So let's set an error here for the field of sign up, confirm password, and I want to set a message that says passwords do not match. Okay, good. In the case that is valid is not true, that means that we are not going to do anything after that line. So let's say here that if is valid is not true, that means that we want to return and we don't want to submit or authenticate the user. So let's put here a comment that says stop if any validation fail. Excellent. Now let's check if user exists. As you remember, on a typical login or sign-up form, we can register the user more than once. So we need to check if the user exists or not in order to verify that the user is going to be created. So let's put here, we are going to get the users const. We are going to create a const variable users. And here users, get registered users. It's the function that we created previously. So let's put here if users dot sum, that means if one of the user has a user where the so we need to put here user dot email is equal to email. I think that we are missing here. Okay, let me try here to see what's happening, because we have an error here. Let's try again. So let's put here if users dot sum, okay, and then here inside of the sum I am declaring a callback. So I'm going to set here user, and then user.email is triple equal to email. Yeah, we are do fine. So what this means is if inside of the user some of the user is equal or has an email that is similar to the one that I'm trying to register, that means that the user already exists. So we need to set an error over there, because we won't let another user, or we won't let the same account to be created twice. So here we are going to set an error, and we are going to say on the field of sign up email, we are going to set a message that says this email is already registered. And then we are going to return, because we don't want to do any of the code that is after this line. Good. So let's put here another comment on successful sign off. I want to create the user, so I'm going to set the users.push, because it's an array. I want to push the user to the array, and then I'm going to push another that says for the email and then the password. Excellent. And then I want to modify the local storage. Local storage.setItem, and then I want to set here the user's key, and I want to set as a second parameter JSON.stringify, and I am going to set the users with the new addition of the user online 138. Excellent. So after this, I'm going to set an alert that says sign up successful, and then please log in. Good. So now I'm going to put another comment here that says form clearing. We are going to clear all the fields, and let's put here email input that value is going to be equal to empty. Then password input is going to be empty too, and confirm input. Oh yes, so since they are inputs, they need to set for the value, so let's put here empty. Excellent. And now we are going to make a comment to switch to the login form, because we want to make the user go to the login form if he was successful register. So let's put here document.getElement by ID. I want to get the login and set the check to be true. Yeah, excellent. And the login btm dot click. Good. So now we are going to do the same, but of course this time is going to be for the login. So let's put here another one for the login form. Login form dot add event listener. We are going to listen on submit to, and then I'm going to set the function with the event. So let's put here the e, and then I want to prevent for the form to be submitted, so let's put again e.prevent.default. Excellent. Here I want to get the values for the email and the password. So first let's put here const email input, and it's going to be equal to document.getElement by ID, and it's going to be the login email, then password input. Here right now we are going to set document.getElement by ID login password. Excellent. Now I want to get the values from it, so let's put here const email is going to be equal to email input dot value, and the second one is going to be password. Const password is going to be equal to password input dot value. And also from here I want to trim the value. Excellent. So now let's put here a comment to clear previous errors as we did on the sign up. So let's put here setError. I want to set the error for the login email to be empty on the second parameter, and then setError for the password, login password, I want it to be empty. Excellent. So now we are also going to validate for the regular expression of the email. So let's put here if valid email, and we are going to set the email. If it is not valid, then we want to set an error. So let's put here setError, and the error is going to be for the field of login email. I want to set a message that says invalid email format, and I want to return because I don't want anything to be executing after this line. Good. If we have a valid email, I want to get all the users from local storage, so let's put here the variable of const users and get registered users. This is the function that we declare at the top, and then let's put here const user, and we are going to find the user by email. So let's put here find, and then I want the user dot email equal to the email that I'm setting, and also the user dot password dot lowercase. Oh, yeah, no. The user dot password equal to the password that I'm setting. Excellent. So if we have the user, we are going to create here a conditional. If the user is present, that means that we have we can log in. So let's put here successful login, and what we want to do is localStorage dot set item, and we want to set the login key, and we want to set the email of that user, and we are going to trigger an alert that says a message that says login successful, redirecting . Excellent. And then we are going to do window dot location dot href, and we are going to be moving to dot slash dashboard, and then dashboard dot html. Yeah, we had the spelling correct. Excellent. In the case that we were not able to log in successfully, that means that the something might be wrong, maybe the email or the password, so we are going to set an error. So let's put here a comment that says generic failure message for security, because we don't want someone that maybe would like to be getting the credentials from other users to be getting specific errors about what is happening on the front. That's why we are going to set a generic message. So in that way, any user, even the users that don't have the accounts and maybe would like to hack, they won't be able to know. So let's see here, let's set error, and I want to set an error for the field of login password. And here I want to set a message that says invalid email or password. Excellent. And now the last part that we are missing is that we are going to add and also a submit event for the forgot password form. So let's put here forgot password form dot add event listener. Here for the event listener, I also want to listen the submit. I want to create a function and an event because I want to prevent the form to be submitted. So let's put here e.preventDefault. Good. Now, as we did on sign up and login, I want to get the values from the input. So let's put here const email input equal to document.getElementById. I want to get the ID of forgot email. Then I want to get the email from that email input. So let's put here email input dot value dot trim. Excellent. Then I want to clear previous errors. So let's put here a comment clear previous errors. And let's put here set error. And I want it for the forgot email, and I wanted to set it to empty. Excellent. Then the forgot message dot text content is going to be empty too, because we'll be opening the model for the first time and we want to clear any previous errors that we have before. So first I want to validate email format as we did on the other forms too. So let's put here if is valid email, and then we are going to set the email. If the email not valid, then let's going to set an error here, and I want to set an error for the ID of forgot email, and the message that I want is invalid email format. Excellent. And I want to return because I don't want anything to be executing after that line. In the case that the email is valid, then I want to check if the user exists in the local storage. So let's put here check if user exists in local storage. So here let's put const users is going to be equal to getRegisteredUsers. Then const user exists. This is going to, we are going to map throughout the users and see if one of the user could be the one that we are trying to restore the password. So let's put here user, and user.email is equal to the email that we are getting from the input. If the user exists, that means that we have a valid email. And then let's put here, we are going to simulate the process of the success. Let's put here a comment simulation of success, because as we are not using any backend or framework, basically we are just mimicking here I would say a positive response from the backend server. So let's put here forgot message dot style dot color, and we are going to put a color of green that is related to success, and forgot message dot text content. We are going to set here some backticks because we are going to use string interpolation, password, reset link, send to the email that is authenticated. So we put $sign brackets to the email, and then let's check your email. Excellent. Yeah, an exclamation here. And in the case that the user doesn't exist, we want to display something else. So let's put here simulation of failure. Forgot message dot style dot color. I want to set the color to be number FF for D to be a red, the red that we have been using previously. And then for the forgot message dot text content, I want to use also backtips here. So let's put here error and user with email, and the email that we set throughout the forgot password model is not registered. Excellent. Okay guys, so yeah, this concludes all the part of the JavaScript. The only thing that we have missing is testing all the flow on the forms to see that everything is working, and we are about to do that. Let's proceed to do all the flow. So first we are going to register a new user. So let's put here carlos.add hotmail.com, and then the password is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6. We are going to verify if we can see it or not. So that's working fine. Then here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Good. We are going to click on sign up. Okay, we got our first error here that says is valid is not a function. So let's go to line 111. Is valid. So yeah, let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay, so it's valid email, and yeah, so let's put here on 11 we need to set it to is valid email in order to validate the email. I think that we need to do the same. No, yeah, we are fine. Let's try. Let's test again. So yeah, let me put here carlos@hotmail.com 123456 123456. Remember that we are doing all the debugging here on real time with you guys, so in this way you get a feel of how everything works. Okay, so now it says the user is not defined on line 21. Okay, so here I got a spelling error, so here it should be with S. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, go to carlos@hotmail.com 123456 123456. Excellent. So now, yeah, sign up successful. Please log in. Now we are on login here to verify that we got registered. Let's go to the application and then go to local storage, and you see here register user. That's the user. Fine. So that's working. Awesome. So now let's do the forgot password first. So if, for example, here I want to put carlos@hotmail.com, I know that this is the correct email. Oh yeah, let me just, yeah, since I click outside of it, that's why it will close. carlos@hotmail.com. Let's put the console here to check that we don't have any issues. Excellent. So since I put an email that is registered on the local storage, that's why we got this message. So, but let's say that maybe I want to set an incorrect email. So let's put here some gibberish. And you see, that's user with email. This one is not registered. Awesome. So now let's test the login. Let's put carlos@hotmail.com 123456. Yeah, let me test first with the incorrect. So in this way, we see if there is a problem with the error. So if I click here on login, so you see, yeah, we need to correct the email. Let's put a different email. And now it says invalid email or password. Excellent. So let's put the original, the correct one. And if I click on login, login successful. We are redirecting. And awesome. As you see, we got redirected to the dashboard, and we got the email from the local storage, and we are on the dashboard. If we were not authenticated, we wouldn't be able to stay here on this dashboard. And we can verify by going again to the local storage, and here we have a new key that says login user, which is my email, carlos@hotmail.com. If by some reason right now I want to log out, I'm expecting to that key to be removed. So now if I click on logout, let's see. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Oh, I see. Yeah. So here on line 21 on dashboard.js on window.location.href, I put by accident 2 equals. It should be 1. So yeah, let's try again because this is the only part that is missing. Let's log in again. Okay. And right now if I want to log out, boom, that's it. So you see, now I got in this case my credentials. I was able to log out, but I'm still registered here. But you see that the other key of login user is not present anymore because we just sign up. So well, this is all the application, guys. I hope that you have liked it. As you can see, it was divided on 3 videos because the knowledge was quite long. But yeah, so in this application, I show you basically how an authentication system works. Of course, some larger applications, the mechanisms are more robust. This is just like a simple representation. So in this way, you get an idea of how everything works in the background. I hope that you have liked the video. If you want to continue learning, don't forget that you can see more of my videos in this area here. See you in the next video. Bye.